oh my soul. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, oh my soul. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Pray with me, pray with me, pray with me, oh my soul. Pray with me, pray with me, pray with me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul.
Good morning, everyone. I don't see children in our sanctuary, but this is a pretty good book, and I learned something from it. So I think we should continue to enjoy it. Squirrel's New Resolution. Squirrel pinned up her brand new Nut of the Month's calendar. It's January 1st, the radio said. A great day to make a resolution. Make a resolution, wondered Squirrel. How do you do that? Bear might know. She went to see Bear at the Lonewood Library. Happy New Year, he said. Same to you, Bear. Do you know how to make a resolution? Is it like making a snack? Bear laughed. Resolutions are more important than snacks. More important than snacks? Said Squirrel. What is a resolution? A resolution is a promise you make to yourself to be better or to help others, Bear said. When we begin a new year, we have to make a fresh start. Wow, did you make a resolution? Asked Squirrel. I did, Bear answered. I resolved to teach others how to read. I am going to teach Skunk as soon as she gets well. Oh no, Skunk is still sick? Squirrel thought as she hurried to Skunk's house for a visit. She forgot all about making a resolution. Skunk was sick of being sick. I'm stuck in bed until Dr. Owl says I'm better, said Skunk. I'd rather be learning to read. That's my New Year's resolution. And she found a book. I'm not sure you can tell, but it says Learn to Read. Squirrel knew how to cheer her up, her friend. She hid at the bottom of the bed. She popped up and shouted, "Boo!" Skunk giggled. Hide and skunk was her favorite game. Squirrel popped up again. Boo! And again. Boo! By now, Skunk was laughing hard. Just then, Dr. Owl came by. Skunk, I can tell by your laughter that you are feeling much better, he said. Now you can visit Bear. Just make sure that you have a healthy lunch first. Lunch, thought Squirrel. She headed toward the hidey-hole diner. Maybe somebody there could help me with my resolution. On her way, she met Mole and Turtle. Mole was holding a map close to his nose. What are you doing? Asked Squirrel. Turtle and I resolved to plant a garden, said Mole, but I can't find a good place to dig with all these trees. Wait here, said Squirrel, and she dashed up an oak tree and looked down. She spied Wildcat Creek, and on its bank a perfect place for a garden. Squirrel scampered down and led Mole and Turtle through the woods to the edge of the creek. She helped them stake out string for the borders of the garden. Thanks, Squirrel. I'll start digging right after lunch, said Mole. Lunch, thought Squirrel, and she rushed away. She still hadn't thought of a resolution. At the diner, Squirrel chose a stool next to Porcupine. He looked grumpy. What's wrong? Said Squirrel. I resolved to be less grumpy. So I'm trying to laugh more, but I can't think of anything funny. I can help you think of something funny, like why did the squirrel run back and forth across the road? I don't know why, said Porcupine. Because she was nuts, laughed Squirrel. Porcupine laughed too. I get it. That reminds me, what's striped and bouncy? Tell me, giggled Squirrel. Skunk on a trampoline, said Porcupine. Squirrel laughed herself right off the stool. Porcupine said, That's a good one. I better write these down. Off he went to find paper and pencil. Squirrel felt left out. Porcupine has a resolution, and so do Bear and Skunk and Mole and Turtle, she thought. I'm the only animal in the forest who hasn't made a New Year's resolution. Rabbit came to take Squirrel's order. Would you like to try my New Year's special? Asked Rabbit. Sure, said Squirrel. Maybe it'll help me make a resolution. I wish I knew how. Well, think of a way to improve yourself, or a way to use what you're good at to help others, said Rabbit. Squirrel ate her lunch special and thought hard. Just then, Skunk came in. I need a healthy lunch. Thanks to Squirrel, I'm feeling better. Sit with me, Skunk, Bear said. I see you brought our first book. Turtle and Mole came in next. What do you have for two thirsty animals who just started a garden? Said Mole. Squirrel found a terrific place for it, said Turtle. Porcupine hurried in. Do you know why Bear said caw, caw? Before anyone could answer, Porcupine said he was learning another language. And all the animals laughed. I didn't know you were so funny, said Mole. Me neither, said Porcupine. Squirrel got me started. Rabbit said to Squirrel, you're doing a good job on your resolution. I didn't know I had one, said Squirrel. Your actions are better than words. It looks like you resolved to help someone every day, said Rabbit. Really? Said Squirrel. I did it. I made my first resolution. Hooray for Squirrel! Shouted all the animals. It was going to be a very happy new year. And you can see, I resolved to help someone every day.
Okay. It's a joy. Hi, I'm Robert Hurt. This summer marks Lena and my 25th anniversary as members of the church. Didn't expect that to be applause line. The community, this community is very important to both of us, and we both stay very active in church. In fact, I live in the closet right here behind the blue wall. Today, we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. Who has their New Year's resolution ready? Anyone? Okay. How many, no, hold your horses. How many refuse to play the resolution game? Okay. How many make resolutions each year and how many keep them? All right. It's time to consider your resolutions if you haven't already. You know, like I will lose weight, I will get 10,000 steps every day, I won't eat chocolate, I'll be perfect next year. The new year gives us a point in time where we can turn the page and start something new or fresh. Does anybody like to share a New Year's resolution? Lena will. Hey, can you bring a mic up? Usher, is there Usher? No, you need a mic.
I'm giving up convenience food.
Oh my God. I am too. Any other resolutions anybody like to share? Oh, here you go.
One of my resolutions is to write one note each week of some kind.
Any other volunteers or resolutions? Here's one.
Actually, and I apologize to Lena, mine is exactly the opposite. I resolved to do less cooking this year and have more convenience foods. I'm tired of cooking.
Anyone else? That's the end.
I make the resolution of spending more time with family.
All right. So thank you all for playing this part of our game. Here are 10 quotes on New Year's to consider. The magic in new beginnings is truly the most powerful of them all. Josiah Martin. This is a new year, a new beginning, and things will change. Taylor Swift. She's so right. What the new year brings to you will depend on a great deal on what you bring to the new year. Vern McClellan. A new year, a fresh start, a clean start. It's like having a big white sheet of paper to draw on. Bill Watterson. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The beginning is the most important part of work. Plato. When the new day comes, new strength and new thoughts. Eleanor Roosevelt. Your present circumstance don't determine where you can go. They merely determine where you start. Nito Keebing. Someone's phone's going off and it's mine. I called Dixie, I guess. A live butt call to Dixie. Okay. The new year stands before us like a chapter in a book waiting to be written. Melody Beatty. And you're not too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. Unfortunately, this year, I think most folks in this congregation, including me, are less optimistic about the year ahead. We are fearful of the upcoming year and not looking forward to it with optimism and hope. How is the arrival of 2025 with all its uncertainties affecting your resolutions this year? Some may say they're going to watch more news. Others may say they're going to pay more attention to the news. Some may be not eating fast food. Some maybe will. Everybody does their own thing. Is there room for personal goal setting, or is all our energy in the upcoming year going to be towards reacting to the crazy, giving away your power to outside forces? Gyms and fitness centers depend on your resolutions, and they depend on you not following through for the whole year, but following through with paying your dues. So after about 30 days or so, people stop coming. I'm a member of the Wellness Center, like it seems like half our congregation is. Shout out to the Wellness Center. Now, I might not be the most active, but I continue to try to get there. In the past, Januaries had been really crowded with New Year's resolution members, all energized and motivated in their Christmas workout outfits. But in a few weeks or months, the crowd is smaller and you can get back on the machine of your choosing. We have good intentions. We make our resolutions. Life just seems to get in the way when it comes to keeping them. Now add to it that this year, we are entering a year that in my mind is uncertain and potentially very scary to consider. How do my resolutions fit with this uncertainty? This year, I think it's important to take care of ourselves so we can best handle the unknown ahead. Just like when you're on the airplane and they say, put the oxygen mask on yourself first so you can help others. We have to take care of ourselves. I propose that we plan to be more resolute, worry less about our specific resolutions. If we have a resolution and break it, as we inevitably do, we can be resolute to continue on the path of the resolution, even if it's not exactly what we had hoped to do. If my resolution is to get 10,000 steps every day, I don't pull that off. I don't just crash on the couch and call it quits. How about being resolute and continue to get more steps than usual, just maybe not my daily goal of 10K. This way we continue on a positive path in spite of our not specifically keeping the resolution. Excuse me. My resolution for 2025 is to improve my health and enjoy life. I'm not going to ignore politics and the going-ons we have ahead, but I'm not going to let the actions I can't control determine who I am. I'm going to work to be politically active, do what I can to resist when possible. But what worries me is what I see in myself and many of my friends, is our fears and our frustrations and feeling of being out of control turns us towards hate and vindictiveness. I don't want to go down that path. Some may not agree with me, but I want to respect others, even if I feel I'm not getting the same respect in return. Even if their actions are offensive or on whatever level. We just had a health insurance CEO assassinated, and the response from many was he deserved it. I had the first impulse too, but took a breath. I'm against the death penalty for any crime and can't endorse this kind of behavior in spite of what he represents. I worked over 30 years with criminals, adults and juveniles who had every charge you can ever imagine and behaviors that often were not suitable for any public consumption. I learned that in spite of these behaviors, they deserved a level of respect and dignity as humans. They might not even be accepting of that level of respect, but it was important to me to be respectful, and that was even before I discovered I was a Unitarian Universalist. Another thing I learned from my career in criminal justice is the offender is just one component. People don't see how families of the offender are affected by their actions. We reach out and help victims, but don't usually recognize family members of criminals as victims, as many are. Think of one of these school shooters who incomprehensibly shoots and kills their classmates and teachers, an event that ends with their death. We support the families of those victims, but the families of the shooter are victims as well. You can't have a public funeral, you aren't able to share your grief and despair with your community, and the impact stays with you for the rest of your life. And all that goes on outside of public view. So, as we enter this new crazy year, I want to be aware of how the events of the upcoming year affect my feelings and outlook. Lena reminded me the other day of a bumper sticker we used to have on our car. Don't believe everything you think. I will look for the positive and work at efforts that support my values and my actions ahead and try not to fall into a wormhole of despair. I think it's important that we keep upbeat and have some fun, so I asked Alan to help me with a responsive reading. Alan,
Yes,
what's the spider's New Year's resolution?
to spend less time on the web.
What do you tell someone you didn't see on New Year's Eve?
I haven't seen you for a year.
What does every new year have in store for us?
Another 365 days.
Alan, why do you need a jeweler on New Year's Eve?
To ring in the new year.
What does a ghost say on January 1st?
Happy Boo Year.
Why is partying in Times Square overrated?
Because they drop the ball every year.
Here's a trivia question. What year did Christmas Day and New Year's Day fall on the same year?
Anybody? Every year.
So, Alan, I hear you already have a date on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's December 31st.
And did you hear about the guy who started fixing breakfast at midnight on the 31st?
He wanted to make New Year's toast.
I hope everyone has a very happy new year and we find good in the year ahead. I hope that we have some sound on our videos.
Before you start the video, you know, what a resolution really is. Resolutions are a to-do list for the first week in January. Now we'll enjoy a video.
I hope.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love.
One purpose of the church is to encourage all who gather to grow more generous in spirit and in action. We will now gratefully receive an offering to sustain the self-supporting church and its ministers within and beyond our walls. If you are watching online, we hope you will consider making an offering through our webpage, uushenandoah.org. If you are visiting, feel free to let the basket pass. Your presence is our gift. A big thank you to Bruce Schull for his beautiful guitar pieces. And thank you to Abby and Phil Dorkangis for allowing the use of their video from 2020, the COVID services. And thanks to all the volunteers who help make our services possible, and to you for being here. And now as Bruce comes forward, let us all together say the words for extinguishing our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we meet again.